I am delighted to be here with you tonight in Mason City. My opponent is not in Iowa tonight. She is raising money from a Philadelphia investment firm. Frankly, I would rather be here with you.
So the question being whether or not Sanders is willing to ratchet up those Wall Street attacks in particular. We should note that Hillary Clinton, while on her swing through the also meeting with African-American faith leaders. Of course, she has a particular strength among those voters, and it's something that, as that polling shows, particularly in South Carolina, could carry her through the long run in a way that Sanders might not be able to sustain. But I will say it's going to be interesting to see how Sanders supporters react if he does go very negative against Hillary Clinton. I was over at their headquarters yesterday. It's exactly what you'd expect. It kind of feels like a college dorm room, cables lying everywhere, and it's all universally positive. People are very, very excited about Bernie Sanders. There's not a lot of discussion about why Hillary Clinton wouldn't be good for the country.
So really quickly, Casey, so let me get this straight. Hillary Clinton had a fundraiser at a bank in Philadelphia yesterday?
You heard the man.
Wow. That's interesting timing.
What bank? What
Investment bank?
For
financial institutions, like I said, I don't know.
Or did she give a speech? I'm just curious, because, I mean, if you can pick up $250,000 in an afternoon, that must be nice. All right. Casey, thank you so much.
It also tells you...
Go ahead, Casey.
Real quick, it tells you what she's expecting going forward, right? To actually take the risk of ending up with a headline like this a few days out from Iowa. They are suddenly preparing for a really long slog, financially speaking. Bernie Sanders is right behind her, and he can go back to these small donors that he has over and over and over again. And so it really does underscore this narrative. I think you see it in the debate strategy, too. Why does Bernie Sanders want to have 3 debates, or want her to commit to having 3 debates, in March and April? Pretty far off, and doesn't want to do one next week necessarily.
Wow.
I think this helps explain that.
Thank you, Casey. And Willie, 4 days before Iowa, where one of the top issues has to do with income disparity and banks. And Hillary says, I've been fighting them my whole life. I've been fighting for 30 years. Maybe they give me $250,000 for speaking for 15 minutes, but I've been fighting them my whole life. 4 days before the Iowa caucus, she goes raises money at an investment bank.
She certainly handed Bernie that line on a silver platter. The group is called Franklin Square Capital. It's in Philadelphia.
You can't make this up.
There's a mitigating factor.
Oh.
It featured a concert by Bon Jovi. So maybe she was going to see Bon Jovi.
Oh.
And by the way, it's telling she canceled 2 fundraisers tonight in New York City. Maybe she got the message heading back to Iowa.
She was going to be in New York tonight raising money? 3 days before Iowa? 4 days?
Wow. She must be very confident that the people of Iowa don't care whether she's there or with bankers raising money on the East Coast. Well, and Bon Jovi, too. That is. I mean, he's got some good songs.
Gotta go see Bon Jovi.
Yeah,
if you get a chance.
John Bon Jovi.
Is he singing?
Does he have
Did a concert, yeah.
For the bankers.
That's a big fundraiser. Must be a really, really wealthy investment bank.
Still ahead on Morning Joe.
That's
what I was thinking.
Wow.
The U.S. By the way,
money.
I'm not saying any of this. The U.S. Army's top commander in Europe will be here on the biggest threats awaiting the next president. A hint, the person's first name starts with a V, and the last name is Putin. Can you guess? Plus, we'll reveal the new cover of Time magazine. The issue is so secret, they haven't even given our producers a copy of it yet.
Oh, my gosh.